Everybody, today I'm coming to you from a voiceover, and this is how I've been spending my days as someone who doesn't have a lot going on right now, but is still striving to be my most powerful self. First thing, tea, oats, and Gilmore Girls. Amazing, comforting combo in the morning. Then I do skincare. These are all the products that I'm currently using. I just recently introduced the toner into my roster, and I can't say that I've seen that much of a noticeable change in my skin. Maybe I need to keep using it or just stop using it. I'm not really sure. Next, I lather on an exorbitant amount of sunscreen, but I always come away from these sunscreen sessions looking absolutely radiant, lustrous, just a glow like nobody's ever seen before. This is my outfit for the day. Very gray, very black, two things that I've been into lately. At this point in the day, I was preparing myself to go touch grass. By touch grass, I mean going on a morning walk, which is something that I've been doing for about 2 weeks straight now. And there has been such a noticeable change in my physical health, my mental health, emotional, spiritual, just all the facets of my being are being uplifted through this very simple, very accessible morning routine. Like after I am done with a walk, I just feel so much more energized, clear-headed, and ready to take on the day, and it's bliss. On this particular morning, I was listening to Pet Cemetery by Stephen King as I was galloping around the neighborhood, and I think I subconsciously summoned this furry critter from the depths of wherever it came. And I love cats, so when I first saw this cat, I was like, yes, like I love cats. But this cat was actually my mortal enemy because it left fur all over me, it shed everywhere, and it also bit me twice. Well, not fully bit, but it nibbled on me twice, so I left that interaction feeling slightly furrier and slightly more nibbled on than I had entered that interaction. But then I stumbled upon this grocery store, which I had never been to before actually, and I didn't buy anything, but I just literally walked around and then left because I was still on a morning walk, so I had to complete my duties, and I didn't have a car obviously, so I had to just keep walking to get back to my apartment. Once I was back, I wasted no time at all to change into some fur free pants, and these were those pants. And then I fixed my bed. I find that when I fix my bed in the morning, it just makes me feel so much more productive and put together and clean. Like, my room could be in shambles, it could be so messy, but if my bed is fixed, I'm simply the cleanest one in the bunch. Like, that's just the way it is. These are my fluffy socks. I love fluffy socks, and I'm sad that fluffy sock season is coming to an end. And then suddenly it was lunch o'clock. These were all of the ingredients that I'm using for today's lunch, which is like an avocado egg toast. And this is something that I've been making for the past 3 days or so, and it's so good. One of my goals for this year is to eat more whole foods and less processed foods. And I feel like a lot of people, when they think of eating whole foods or eating healthy, they have this idea that it's boring or less exciting than eating like Doritos and cookies. But I think it's just about making it taste good and genuinely enjoying like fueling your body with foods that actually help your body instead of hinder it. Although that little side salad that I made actually hindered my happiness because it wasn't that good and it was tiny. So this is me now pretending to do my daily things. I tape my phone up to the wall. These are things that I do daily, read, journal, and do work on my laptop, but I obviously don't film them day to day just because that would be really weird. But this is me literally writing in my journal. I'm filming a YouTube video right now. Like, that's what I was writing. To the unknowing, uninformed eye, I am being so dang deep and introspective right now. But that's not the reality of the situation whatsoever. Although I do have my deep and introspective moments, just not on camera because it's like kind of weird. But this is me logging on to gmail.com and going back and forth with my academic advisor about the classes that I need to be taking for this spring. It was really confusing, but I got it figured out, thank God. And then these are the dishes that I had to do. My towel lineup. Honestly, I really like my towel lineup because the colors of green and white are tying them all together. Speaking of green, My counters are green, as you can see, and that took me a while to kind of be affectionate towards, but now I like it a lot just because green is a really nice color. What's not to like? At this point in the day, it was about dinner time. It was 6 o'clock or so, I believe. The sun was streaming through my window, and I decided to make japchae, which is a Korean noodle dish, and it's so delicious. I learned how to make it about 2 years ago, and ever since then, it's kind of been a staple in my household. If you were to come over and be like, "What's for dinner?" Like, "What's on the menu?" This is for dinner. And it's pretty healthy. It has a lot of really good vegetables in it, and it's just delicious. There has egg, vegetables, noodles, three things that I am very passionate about. At this point in the day, I had overheated so much that I had to change my outfit for the second time, third time. I don't know, just the way that this heat is controlling me is abominable, and it can't continue on much longer. They can't keep getting away with this because I'm still in the winter state of mind. These were my vegetables and my fresh eggs. So delicious, so beautiful. And then I added in this sauce, which is just sesame oil, soy sauce, brown sugar, honey, and salt and pepper, I believe. So, so good. And then I mixed that all together, and voila, I had a side of kimchi and rice. This was finger licking good, and I decided to pair it with a finger licking good comedy movie with Rachel Sennett, and that was so silly. There is nothing like harvesting the fruits of your own labor. It's miraculous. But my wild night was just beginning. This skincare mask is Korean, just like my dinner, because Korean skincare is peak. And then after dinner, I am struck with the insatiable desire for a little something sweet, so it was my duty to make the most haggard baked oats you've ever seen. These were like blueberry with a blueberry compote on top, and they tasted a lot better than they looked. Like, they were delicious. I really enjoy a cup of warm tea at the end of the night, and this tea in particular was chamomile. So dang comforting and so dang herbal. At approximately 9:45 p.m., I fell into a deep, deep slumber, and that was all.